Donald Trump had some visitors to the White House that I don't know why he brought them to the White House. They need to be in the outhouse. I don't want them at my house. You can have them at your house. We're talking Sarah Palin, Ted Nugent, Kid Rock. I don't know. These are all friends of his. These are people that supported him through the primaries for the most part, supported him through the general election. I guess he wanted to pay back the love. Former Alaska Governor Sarah Palin visited President Trump at the White House late Wednesday, bringing along musicians Ted Nugent and Kid Rock. The 2008 GOP vice presidential candidate has been an outspoken supporter of Trump since his campaign and was invited to be one of the guests during the October debate last year. On Wednesday night, Palin, Rock, and Nugent were pictured in the Oval Office with the president. You got Nugent's wife, Shemaine DeZio, Audrey Berry, Kid Rock's fiance, were all also at the White House and are in the photo as you see. Don't they look happy together? All of them together. Isn't that great? All people I can't stand in one place. Further details of the visit were not immediately made known, though it appeared that the group also visited other parts of the White House outside of the Oval Office. The three posed mockingly in front of a portrait of former Democratic presidential candidate Hillary Clinton. The three posed mockingly in front of a portrait of former Democrat of presidential candidate Hillary Clinton. What, there's no love there? They don't respect Hillary. Man, we need to get them fired from their jobs. How can they not respect Hillary? Disrespecting her like that. Yeah, right. Sarah Palin, one of the biggest failures, now I thought the biggest failure that this country ever made was allowing this woman to run for vice president alongside a man who shouldn't be running for anything. Yeah, John McCain. I don't think John McCain was somebody I would want to lead. I wouldn't want him to lead a recital. I wouldn't want him to lead. I don't know, lead an applause line. You know, come on everybody, clap out. I wouldn't even want him to do that. Come on everybody, clap after me. I wouldn't even want him to do that. I don't trust John McCain, and the fact he picked Sarah Palin shows you exactly why I don't trust him. He was willing to have Sarah Palin be your president if something happened to him. And Sarah Palin shouldn't be the president of anything. Sarah Palin shouldn't be the president of her own bathroom. Sarah Palin shouldn't be the president of her own thoughts. She shouldn't be able to rule over nothing, particularly not a country. No. And also about this story and about Sarah Palin, you know, she was defending Bill O'Reilly. Yeah. She was defending Bill O'Reilly. She said the women should have all quit their job. They just held in there, keeping their jobs so they could get a paycheck. And these women, I don't trust them. She's on CNN saying this. And it's like, where do these people come from? See, being a sellout, you don't have to be, you know, when people typically, when they talk about being a sellout, I hear it a lot in the black community about other black folks. But you could be a woman sellout who sell out women too. Like, maybe the woman needed a job, Sarah. You know, like your husband needs a job. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe these women just couldn't quit their job, Sarah. Sometimes people don't have money like, you know, your husband. He broke, right? He a kept man, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on. Or maybe they were single moms. I don't even know the marriage status of these women. But everybody can't quit their job and then go on Dancing with the Stars like your daughter or whatever. You know, some people got to work for a living. And I find it very hypocritical for you to call these women out. You don't even know if they're right or wrong or nothing. You're just saying they should have quit their jobs and ran away in shame. No. What's supposed to happen, right? What's supposed to happen when you sexually harass or you assault a worker is you're supposed to be fired, the person who did it, and the employee is supposed to keep their job. The employee is not supposed to have to quit to prove to you that they were upset. They're not supposed to quit out of protest. They're supposed to get the person who did the wrong thing, they're supposed to get fired. And you're supposed to stay, maybe get a promotion, maybe get more money, but you definitely shouldn't have to quit. So Sarah Palin, you are as dumb as you were back in 2008. You still dumb. You still are allergic to books. And you're also allergic to ethics, because you have to know what I'm saying. It had to go across your mind at some point when your mouth was moving that you sound like a complete asshole. It had to. Sarah Palin, you never cease to impress me with your stupidity. And like I said, you can be a sellout. You know how I know women can be a sellout? Because Sarah Palin is a huge sellout.